this video I'm making on militarism and its impacts on society. And with me is
Edward Beauregard, and I have an interest in military history that goes back at least 70 years. So it's been quite a while. I've been collecting books, reading about military history, reading about history in general, and thinking a lot about how the military interacts with society. I think we have to understand that militarism is a part of an overall society. And if you look at a society, what does a society consist of? You have a political sector, which runs a government. You have an economic sector, which may be independent, may not be independent. And you have a military sector, which involves the use of armed force. And that actually should be considered as also including police forces. So typically those three parts of a society interact and have a particular balance. Militarism, we generally understand, is where the military has gotten an undue influence well over what the other parts of the system have. That can nevertheless not be on its own. It can often operate in conjunction with the other parts of the society. So for militarism, we would normally think of a section where the military has gotten into a position where it has much more influence over how the society operates than you would typically see in an average Western country like Canada or Great Britain. I think a common aspect of them is that the military does not feel that it is subservient to any other part of the society. If you look at perhaps the lowest example of militaristic society would be where you have a revolution in a country which has no strong democratic traditions, and you'll see the military take over. This we've seen many times in South America, in Africa, most recently in Myanmar, where the military just feels it can run everything and does not need to be controlled by or subservient to any other part of society. That is perhaps the purest form of a militaristic society. But you get forms that are more long-lasting than that, because typically if you are thinking that the military has nothing above it, then within the military you'll get competing factions that are fighting each other for control of the military organization. So let's look at another class of militaristic society where we have a strong relationship between the political organization and the military organization. In such a society, and obviously China comes to mind, Russia comes to mind, North Korea is perhaps one of the worst examples of that. You have a system which will last for typically a long period of time, but the military has accommodated itself to be at least in form under the control of a political party. So you have a political party that controls the government, and they work in tandem with the military to control society.
So thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to be interviewed by me.
And I'm happy to do so. I encourage all students to spend some time learning about history. History is very important to us. It's how we got here. It's how societies operate. And you will benefit immensely from an understanding of the past, what happened in the past, why it happened, and how it affects us today.
Okay, I think that's